What's that?
All right, we're ready to call our meeting to order. It's Monday, October 14th, 2019, 6 o'clock. First off, I'd like to say congratulations to the Gamecocks on their win Saturday. But also, I still want to say, go Dogs. This time we'll ask for Wayne Grice to lead us in the invocation, please.
Let us pray. Lord, we thank you again for this another day that you brought us. Also, Lord, for the many showers of rain that you brought us to, Lord. We know we were getting very dry, but we're thankful for the many showers that you sent to us. Also, as well as many of the blessings you give us each and every day. Now let's conduct this business, Lord, and be pleasing to you in your sight. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Let's stand for the pledge.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, we'll entertain a motion for the approval of minutes for September 9th, 16th, and 18th, 2019. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? If not, we'll call for the vote. District 1, how do you vote?
Yes.
District 2, how do you vote?
Yes.
District 3, how do you vote?
Yes.
District 4, how do you vote?
Yes.
And I, as chairman, vote yes, so that motion has been approved. Are there any reports from county officials?
Mr. Chairman, thank you. I'd just like to report that be a homegoing service for Sister Geneva Harris down in Rich Spring tomorrow. She served as a councilwoman for Rich Spring for 12 years. My condolence goes out to the Harris family.
Nine in District 2.
Councilman Daniels, well, what about the Harvest Festival?
It was great. I was in it.
All right. This time we have a public presentation. We'll recognize Mr. Stephen Johnson with the South Carolina Youth Challenge Academy.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you all for having me. Again, my name is Steve Johnson. I'm with the South Carolina Youth Challenge Academy. And what we are is we are a 5.5-month residential program for at-risk youth between the ages of 16 and 18 years old. And those are at-risk youth that are at risk of either have been expelled or suspended, or at risk of being expelled or suspended from school, or they've been have behavioral issues, discipline issues, or they flat out just want to make a change in their life and want a more regimented, structured, controlled type of environment versus the normal school system. It's not in any way in competition with the school system. It's actually what I call the alternative to the alternative. The way the school system works, some of you already know, they go through the alternative school program before they are in fact released from it or considered for release from the program or from their schools. And we are right there for them to try and catch them and say, hey, here's another opportunity for you to get back on track, get things right, learn some self-discipline, some self-control, excel in academic excellence, to get back on track. So that's basically what we are about. We are located at the McGrady Training Center, the National Guard Training Center on Leesburg Road in Eastover, which is on the backside of Fort Jackson. It's, like I said, a quasi-military, meaning that we just provide us a lot like the military, but it's not the military. We're not a branch of the military, even though we do fall under the umbrella of the National Guard, out of the National Guard Bureau out of Washington, D.C. They're the ones that provide our federal funding. We also get state funding, and we get other sources of funding through our 501c3 tax-exempt status. We average about 100 young people graduating per class. We have 2 classes a year. One starts in January, that class would graduate in June, and the next class would start in July, and that class would graduate in December. The main focus of the program is that we teach those young people life skills, life coping skills, how to learn to be more effective or motivated family member, student, and citizen within their community, how to be responsible to somebody besides themselves, okay? The way I look at it, when I go before councils and other boards and things like that, I can't emphasize it enough, and I don't mean to be lecturing, I'm just saying it's a fact. Those people are our replacements. So why would you not train or be concerned about training your replacements? Because they are, in fact, the cliche is that they are our future, and that's a fact. But they are our replacements. They are our future councilmen, they're our future councilwomen, they're our future teachers, our DJJ, our SROs, our sheriffs, our mayors. So we really need to focus on building them and providing positive leadership, guidance, and direction for them to help them get on track so they can be ready to take torch. So you can see on, I don't want to insult anyone's intelligence, but you can see on the brochure the 8 core components. The 2 ones that I always kick on are the academic excellence. That's done through a GED program. We are working right now with state legislators trying to get it to where when a young person graduates from us, they'll be able to take that GED and convert it to a high school diploma. As of right now, that's not the way it is. However, we encourage them to stick to it with the GED and to do their continued education, and we provide more of that for them. Because we all know that when you do a job application and it says circle the highest level of school completed, if they've continued their education, they're going to circle a 13. And really, in general, nobody cares how they got to the 13. Okay, so a GED is just as valid as a high school diploma. People like the certificate. I'm not taking away from the importance of a high school diploma. I'm just saying a GED is not a negative thing, and we instill that in them. And we also really push for continued education. One of the ways we push that is when they graduate from us, up to 50% of the kids, which is usually on average of about 50 kids, get to come back to us for an additional 4.5 months in a little bit less quasi-military type environment. They go from uniforms to khaki pants and polo shirts, and they live a free time. They get their cell phone back and all that good stuff. But every day we wake them up, feed them, and take them over to Midlands Tech Community College, and they go there for 4.5 months. They come out of there with certification on subjects like welding, medical assistant, cosmetology, barber school, all the different classes that are available at the time of their graduation. Depending on how many people enrolled naturally is going to determine what's going to be available. Okay, but we usually don't have a problem with the enrollment numbers. But we do make the kids go through an interview process to get selected for that. They have to have done very well academically, they have to have done all 8 core components that are listed on the sheet here of the program, and they have to be recommended by at least 3 of the staff or cadre at the school. They do have to do a resume, they have to do an actual interview for it, and then someone from the school actually comes over and also evaluates their packet and talks to them for a few minutes about going to the school. So those are the kind of things that we do offer, and I know in your bylaws it said I have 7 minutes, so I'm probably cutting it really close here. But I would just tell you, if you would look over this brochure, if you don't have anybody in your family or in your mind right now, keep this brochure with you. Because I almost guarantee you, you're gonna run across somebody who needs that. Whether it be in church, whether it be in the grocery store when you hear them yelling at them, or whether it be here with the sheriff's department when they're coming to pick them up, whatever the case is, somebody out there needs that packet. I'm not trying to do this like a salesman. I'm just doing this because I want to make sure everybody in the county is aware of the services that are available. There are 44 Youth Challenge Academies across the United States in 30-something different states. And there's going to be more. Some states have as many as 2 or 3 because of geographics and population. But it shows that there's a need for this across the United States. I can get into telling stories, but back in in the 90s, Colin Powell warned American people during the Million Man March that this was going to happen. That we would have a need for programs like this across the whole United States, that gangs would be forming, like business structured gangs. Look around. So I'm just saying, I'm not trying to use that as a scare factor. Again, we have kids that come to us that actually, in fact, are gang members, but we have kids that come to us that have 0 problems in school, 0 problems at home, but they just want that structured environment. We have kids from all walks of life, boys and girls, that come there for whatever reason. But once they get there, they're all on the same sheet of music, they're all given the same opportunities, and then when they leave out of there, they're usually like a family. And they usually stay in contact. I have someone here from DJJ that's familiar with some of our clients that went through the program. So some of y'all SROs and some of the other people in the area might also be aware of the program. If you're not, you can go up on the website, www.fcuchallenge.com, and it tells you all the details about the program. But I do appreciate y'all having me in here. I know I kind of ran right through that under that time restraint, but I'll be available for any questions you might have after the meeting. I'll make myself available. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Johnson. Awesome. Good job that you all did. All right, opening for new business. This time we'll recognize Tri-County DJJ County Managers Sandra Callahan for the request for additional office space for Tri-County DJJ. And tonight, we're receiving this council as information to get with Edgefield and McCormick counties also. Okay.
Good evening. I came before you guys in July, I believe it was July 8th, and kind of made my pitch, so I don't need you to do that again. On September 13th, I'm hopeful that I sent the email to the correct place, because I emailed you, Mr. Jones and you, Mr. Daniels, regarding the status of office space for us in our current building, and I didn't get a response, so I'm not sure if it was the correct email address or not, and you spoke on the website. But my question tonight is, what is the status? I know you guys asked if we would just give you some time, because you all were moving in some new voting machines or something like that, and to see how much space you were going to need in that building. And so the question is tonight, where do we stand?
How much space are you needing?
We just need we just need a couple of offices. One, or just one larger office that we used to use as our conference room, and we don't have that space anymore. So if we just have one additional office, I would be even willing to move out of my office, which is one of the larger offices in the building, into a smaller office and use that one as a conference room.
Okay. Like I said, we need to talk with Edgefield and McCormick, because it's not just Saluda County, it is the Tri-County all together. So we will be in touch, I will be in touch with you by next week for sure. Okay, yes, ma'am. Sure will. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Callahan.
All right, this time we'll recognize Emergency Management Director Josh Morton and Clerk of Court Sherry Coleman for the approval of camera system for upstairs at the Saluda County Courthouse.
Good evening. So where we are, you should have a quote in your packets as far as installing some cameras on the third floor of the courthouse. This is the floor where the courtroom is actually located. Currently, there are no cameras on that floor, which creates some security concerns, particularly, again, that's where the court actually goes on, that's where the holding facility is, you know, all those different things going on upstairs. So what we're looking at is the installation of, it would be a separate system from the current system at the courthouse. Unfortunately, due to the construction of the courthouse, trying to do the wiring to connect into the other system would be extremely costly. So what we're looking at is installing a separate system that would be housed on that floor, along with 4 cameras, 1 in each of the upstairs hallways, 1 in the courtroom, and 1 in the holding room. Total cost for this is $11,385 plus sales tax of $511.71. This would be funded by the Clerk of Court's office out of DSS Title 4D account. Is that correct, Sherry? Okay. It's a DSS Title 4D Special Revenue account. So there would be no cost to the council on this installation. The main reason that we want to bring it before you is, you know, this is a system, there's no recurring cost, but over time, you know, as things have to be replaced and things like that, there is the potential for some cost in the future. So we just want to bring it before council for that reason. Any questions?
Let me get the motion before the council, please. This time we'll entertain a motion for Average System to install the third floor camera system at the courthouse in the amount of $11,896.71 to be paid from the Clerk of Court's DSS Title 4D Special Revenue account. Do I have a motion? Do I have a second?
Second.
All right. Are there any questions for Josh? Or even Sherry?
I guess. So, in terms of, you said it's, I guess, self-contained
Right.
system on its own.
Right.
How will it relay information from what's going on upstairs to monitors?
It will not be able to be viewed downstairs. It will have to be viewed from the upstairs location. And that is something that, you know, we've made clear from the beginning. It simply is just a wiring issue. And that is, you know, one negative here, but at the same time, you know, it's.
So you'll have someone manning this at the time when court's going on or stuff? I mean, somebody, where will it be placed to be viewed?
In the courtroom.
It'll be in the courtroom. Okay.
On the monitor.
Yes, they will be able to view it from in the courtroom,
I
just
gotcha.
not, they won't be able to see it downstairs, but they will be able to view it.
Gotcha.
So during the weekdays, you can't, nothing happening,
It
Nothing.
still records, it still records.
Yeah, it's still
If
gonna be
anything happens,
recorded.
to rewind it and find out what happened. It's still recording, it's just, no one's looking at it.
And we don't have someone that sits and just monitors cameras.
Right.
Period. I mean, that's not something, unless we wanna hire some more security people to do that, but I don't think we wanna do that. But, yeah, these cameras, you know, they're there to record what happens. Again, we don't have them monitored all the time.
Okay. But the main concern is during court,
Right.
when you've got inmates there in the holding, and
Right.
family members coming in and out for family court and stuff like that. Okay. Any other questions? If not, we'll call for the vote. District 1, how do you vote?
yes.
District 2, how do you vote?
Yes.
District 3, how do you vote?
Yes.
District 4, how do you vote?
Yes.
And I as chairman vote yes, so this motion has passed. Thank you. This time we'll recognize Communications Supervisor Kay Harding for the request to fill a vacant position in dispatch.
Administrator over at the Saluda County Sheriff's Office. I'm here to fill the vacant position that we have in dispatch. This position has been approved by council for the 2019-2020 fiscal year. Our dispatchers, as you know, we run 24 hours. We're essential for the functionality and also the safety of not only Saluda County, but our law enforcement, our fire, and our EMS. Any questions that you have, I'll gladly answer.
All right, let me get the motion before council. This time we'll entertain a motion to fill the vacant communication officer position in dispatch. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All right, any questions?
Currently, how many dispatchers do you have?
Currently, with this opening, we have 11, including myself and my assistant.
So this will give you 12.
It will.
And y'all work 12-hour shifts?
We do.
How many? Two 12-hour shifts?
Yeah, we run 2 12-hour shifts. As of right now, I try to run 3 on nights because I myself as an administrator, I'm here during the day, so I don't have to have 3 on nights because I can dispatch at my console also. On night shift, they have a higher call for service volume. Day shift is more admin, so I like to have 3 on nights just to cover our county better.
So how many during the day?
I have 2 during the day. With myself and my administrator, it's 3 on days, each day shift.
I will say, riding with the sheriff's department, they do stay pretty busy at night times, so. All right, any other questions? If not, anything else, just, okay.
Why me?
I wish you looked like you had something else to say. So we'll call for the vote. District 1, how do you vote?
Yes.
District 2, how do you vote?
Yes.
District 3, how do you vote?
Yes.
District 4, how do you vote?
Yes.
And I, as chairman, vote yes, so this motion has passed.
Thank you.
All right, this time we have Gleams board appointments. I'll entertain a motion to appoint Jacqueline Reinhardt of 184 Pleasantville Road, Saluda, to Gleams board representing the public sector with her term expiring July 1, 2021. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Any questions? If not, we'll call for the vote. District 1, how do you vote?
Yes.
District 2, how do you vote?
Yes.
District 3, how do you vote?
Yes.
District 4, how do you vote?
Yes.
And I, as chairman, vote yes. This motion is passed. I'll entertain a motion to appoint Betty Keener of 433 North Main Street, Saluda, to Gleams board representing the private sector with her term expiring July 1, 2021. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Any questions? Discussion? We'll call for the vote. District 1, how do you vote?
Yes.
District 2, how do you vote?
Yes.
District 3, how do you vote?
Yes.
District 4, how do you vote?
Yes.
And I, as chairman, vote yes. Motion has passed. We'll entertain a motion to appoint James Coley of 151 Myrtle Road, Saluda, to the Gleams board representing the low-income sector with his term expiring July 1, 2021. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Not, we'll call for the vote. District 1, how do you vote?
Yes.
District 2, how do you vote?
Yes.
District 3, how do you vote?
Yes.
District 4, how do you vote?
Yes.
And I, as chairman, vote yes, so this motion has passed. This time I'll recognize Councilmember Grice for his Saluda Library Board appointment.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I make a motion to appoint Charlene H. Staubs, I hope I pronounced it right, I'm not sure, of 311 North Jefferson Street, Saluda, to the Saluda Library Board with a first term expiring June 30th, 2022.
Okay, do I have a second? Or is there any discussion? If not, we'll call for the vote. District 1, how do you vote?
Yes.
District 2, how do you vote?
Yes.
District 3, how do you vote?
Yes.
District 4, how do you vote?
Yes.
And I as chairman vote yes, so that motion has passed. At this time, we'll entertain a motion for council to go into executive session pursuant to section 30-4-70, A 1, 2, 3, and 5 of the South Carolina Code of Laws 1976 as amended to discuss a personnel matter in family court, a personnel matter in the sheriff's office, a communication security matter, an economic development matter on Roya, to receive legal advice and return at the call of the chair. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? If not, we'll call for the vote. District 1, how do you vote?
Yes.
District 2, how do you vote?
Yes.
District 3, how do you vote?
Yes.
District 4, how do you vote?
Yes.
And I as chairman vote yes. We are now in executive session.